What's happening, people? What's happening? Hey, listen. I want to first let you know that I'm smoking at Santoro. It's a good stick. It's a good cigar. I mean, listen. Let's give homage to the guys that are out here, you know, busting their tail out, harvesting, blending, and creating these products based upon different profiles. You know, I look at the cigar industry almost like an opportunity to walk into a candy store and there ain't nothing but all different types of candy around. So today, I may choose something that has a caramel hint to it. Tomorrow, I might choose something that might be a little bit more chocolate. The next day, I might do something white chocolatey. The next day after that, I might do something that got cherry or honey to it. So the variations are there. You know, you get my point with the metaphor of walking into a candy store. So with that premise alone, why are you just smoking one cigar, one brand? You're limiting yourself to the point where you can come in and try different things, different tastes, different avenues of the cigar industry. Enjoy it, man. I mean, you know, listen, you spend your money for it, the least you can do is enjoy it, you know, and understand what it is. You know, I tell people all the time, you got to be able to have variations to be able to understand what it is that you want. And if you are serious about this game, create your journal. Go get you a little $10 notebook or whatever the situation may be, and you can write it down. Or better yet, I have a cigar journal that's coming out, and I'm going to be taking orders for them. And I'm finishing up my prototype, and I'll be able to show you, you know, the look and everything that goes on, and I, you know, show you exactly how to do everything. So look out for that. Hey, do not forget the DR trip. We're trying to get it situated. Top 20. It's a limited space. We're doing 20 people on the villa, and we're doing 20 people on the resort. You know, someone called and asked me, you know, man, what do they get with the villa? What do they get with the resort? With the resort, you get airfare, hotel accommodations, food, and alcohol for 6 nights, 7 days. That's the resort. That's a lot. Every day, you will be chartered. You have your choice of whether you want to come charter over to the villas and partake in the festivities that are going on in the villa. You have that option. Go back to your room, and every day you can come in, and this is something that we can, you know, we're going to accommodate for you to get back and forth. You still got access to you still going to have the tours, the full factory tours, swimming, beaches, food, everything. Now let's get to the villa. The villa is a little bit more because it comes with non-stop airfare. You're going to be once you get on your plane, you're going to be touchdowning in the location of where you're going to. And what we're going to is a little bit in between Santo Domingo and Sosua. So that's what you're going to have. You're going to have charter services. Both of them are going to have charter services to get you to your destination, to your location. The villa is all inclusive. So if you decide that you want to go fishing, it's included. If you decide that you want to go zip lining, it's included. If you decide that you want to do a spa, breakfast included. If you get up at 2 o'clock in the morning and you decide that you want to have a steak, I wouldn't recommend that. But hey, it's your opportunity to sit back and enjoy yourself. If you get up at 2 o'clock in the morning, you decide that you want to have a steak, a hamburger, salad, smoothie, whatever. You have a 24-hour chef there. You have maid service. And like I said, you are on a private villa, and those 20 people are only going to be the 20 people that are on the villa. So that is that case. You know, so that's set for February 9th through the 7th. So we're trying to catch right behind Carnival. Opportunity to go out there, really enjoy ourselves and fellowship and smoke cigars. We're going to, you know, reach out and have a couple of cigar vendors to have you smokes throughout your trip. And we'll go from there. You know, all your alcohol. And guess what? On the villa, you'll put in what it is that you want. You know, what you want to have. You want to have lobster. You want to have shrimp every day. You want to have prime rib. You want to have barbecue. You want to have ribs, chicken, vegan. It's set there for you. So, and that, it also will be financed. You can get it financed if you need to. So, these are the things that, you know, I'm trying to do to bring fellowship into this industry, education into this industry, the lifestyle into this industry, the whole culture, because it's a fascinating culture. You know, let's look at it. We're talking about a 9 to 10, maybe $12 billion industry annually with no advertising. So a lot of things are word of mouth and recommendations that people will give you, some of the things that they've tried, and it goes from there. You know, I want to top this off, and I'm not going to be long. I just want to make sure that people understand what it is. So we have a situation where sometimes people can have two different definitions. They can have two different views. They can have two different views of life. So we always come across the saying, well, I'll agree to disagree. Okay. So if you agree to disagree, that means that regardless of whatever I'm saying to you, you refuse to even see it in another perspective. So sometime if we say, the question that I want to ask to you is that if we agree to disagree, does that make us selfish? Does that make us one-sided? Does that make us, it's my way or the highway? And what we refuse to do is to identify that someone else can have a different opinion, a different view, and it has validity to the point where I have to reassess that. Now, you can feel very strongly about a certain situation, but if you're not able to talk about it, then that means that you're going to always have that warped sense of mentality. And that goes men and women and children. You know, how many times have you seen a child sit back and you tell them, don't do something, and they do it anyway? And then when they, you know, they put their hand over the fire, and when it burns them, they start to cry and say, I need your help because my hand is burned. But they didn't take into heed the times that you told them, don't put your hand over the fire. You know, if you're a guy and you're out here moving recklessly, understand that moving recklessly has judgment to it. It has judgment to it. Just because you might get away with it today, don't mean that you're going to get away with it tomorrow. And something that my grandmother told me a long time ago, and it took me a minute to understand it because I thought it was kind of cruel, but the reality of it, it was grown. And she says, it's your bed. You got to lie in it. And what that means is that when you make choices in life, regardless if they're good or they're bad, you have to deal with the consequences of that. You have to hold yourself accountable for those decisions that you made. Now, sometimes they might hurt. Sometimes they might be painful. Sometimes they can cause brutality, lockup, or death. Now, as you get older, you're not supposed to make the same decisions, you're not supposed to make the same mistakes that you made when you were younger. So what do you say to a person when they're older and they're still making the same mistakes? They haven't learned. Me and my son have conversations all the time. I tell him, you're gonna come a day when your light switch is gonna come on, or you're gonna hit that wall. When you hit the wall, how are you going to react to you hitting the wall? How are you going to react? That is what is going to build your character. Those are the things that are going to put you in position where you say, what am I doing? I need to make a change because I do not like the way this feels. I don't like how this makes me feel. I don't like how this what position this puts me in. So understand that. So when you come across those days, you got to make a change. And you got to be honest with yourself about the change. So I want to apologize. The lighting is, it's sun setting. The sun is setting here, and it's a beautiful night, about 67 degrees. To me, it's perfect weather. 60, 67, 65 to 78 to me is perfect weather. Sunshine, no rain. It's not hot, but it's not cold. It's hot enough for you to get outside and enjoy yourself and see the beauty, but it's not cold enough to the point where you don't even want to come outside. So, I enjoy it. Just, that's what it's about. Just always prepare yourself. Learn where you are. And bring yourself to a point where you identify when I need to make a change. And I'm going to leave you on that note. Smoke well, my friends. Enjoy. I'm enjoying it. I'm trying to enjoy it, you know. Enjoy yourself.